in a Baden core here.
Could it be the Luna support, like in the good old times with
That got nerfed a bit though.
passive? It was played a lot, like just a month ago.
Yeah,
a month and a half
because
ago.
with the Sven as well, right?
With the Sven, exactly, because of the bonus attribute
5
points.
seconds remaining.
We're gonna find out in a second. So then you'd have an Abaddon core, which has not really been a pattern so far recently.
Wisp and Luna are also very, very strong combination of heroes.
Yes, and you're pretty fast, so you can potentially get away from Razor. You are short range against
Sven.
Bat
You could
though.
just put Sven offlane, Lash
Choose
mid,
your hero.
Wisp, Abaddon, and Luna safe lane. I mean, you can put Wisp plus Sven on the offlane. Okay, Arteezy is Luna. Yeah, Luna safe lane. Sven most
As
likely going
expected.
to be that position 3, played by S4 and then Lash mid. I think
Yes.
that's what's going to happen.
That's the most likely. Sven as a free had fallen off.
And
very
they're all
hard.
blue, by the way.
They are all blue.
blue. Yeah, okay.
You're really obsessed with this.
But look, even
It means blue and silver.
but
Really. This is some
King
purple,
Gaming
but-
as well. They're all blue and they have a little bit of green there. Yeah, that.
Have you got colorblind?
Okay, I'm pushing it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
more like
why?
blue to green.
It's going to be Abaddon position 3 instead. Look at that. And Sven is going to be that position 4. I mean, honestly, this is the problem. If you're
10
rolling
seconds remaining.
Sven on offlane, your two supports have no kill potential and can't do anything across the map but save people. And if S4 plays that Abaddon, at least now you have some Sven that has that one stun that can do something in the game. Like there's at least that, people. I guess.
Yeah, you don't want an Hippocratic oath draft, right?
Yeah.
I swear to do no harm if you pick Abaddon and I as a support. But Abaddon is a hero. There is an argument for him in that offlane capacity. You know, this hero, decent Radiance builder. Not really sure if you find that much value out in this game. I think that's been a popular build when you start to pop off in that offlane role. Other than that, is there any sort of build that really stands out to you that you've been seeing in high-level games?
Not really. He's not played on offlane a lot at the moment. Not played at all. By the way, we talk a lot about EG and their draft. We almost didn't touch.
We
this
didn't
Keen gaming
because
draft.
it seems so cut and dry, right?
It's cut and dry, and it's
like we mentioned the Witch Doctor Shaker potency. The Bat Rider, it speaks for itself. It's talked about so much comparatively right now. I guess the Medusa is a bit surprising that Keen. Well, we said they needed a fallback plan. We were complaining they didn't have that last game, and Medusa is definitely going to be a late game fallback plan.
Yeah, that Medusa can go mid lane, and you put Razor versus Abaddon. It's going to be very strong. However, at the same time, Wisp plus Luna, they can just farm them so incredibly fast that this game can end like under 20 minutes. However, if it doesn't, and you're going late versus Medusa, and all these heroes of Keen Gaming look really strong as the game progresses, we'll see.
Yeah, you definitely look when you're looking at Keen. It's not just you have this fallback plan. The difference is that Medusa is hard to get enabled into these regular fights around the mid game, whereas EG, everything on their lineup says I can actually fight around 20 minutes.
There's a 4-man smoke right now. Also, you have to understand that there is some rotation potential from EG. If Fly and Crit rotate together, go towards that mid lane where Duza is, they stun her, Stormbolt her into the split turret from the Lash Rack. Like, there's skill potential definitely across the map. Bat Rider is going to be on that bottom lane. Obviously, he does not want to lane against S4, and that's what they're trying to do on the side of Keen Gaming, trying to set up Old 11 versus Luna and Wisp, and not versus S4's Abaddon.
Arteezy's scouting pretty deep here. And Old 11 will move by now. If they'd actually been in position, this would be a kill. It might still be.
Well, he's coming
across. Stormhammer's going to be there. I'll move forward, but Old 11, pretty tanky.
Yeah, and that's the tier 2 that you don't want to dive at the moment, so they're going to go back.
Mel had broken off a little bit too far. Now he needs to try and get across to his mid lane in time.
They're outplaying themselves. Look at this. Because Bat got scouted, they put Razor bottom and they're moving Bat top. But EG, they're not moving. They're staying in the same place. Luna is still on the bottom lane. So Bat is going to go against the Abaddon, and that's not what he wants to be doing, I think, at least. I mean, he can still creep skip on that top lane, so there's that.
Yeah, and they're actually gonna let him know what's going on. So, hello. If we're both here, you know who's going to be here alongside us. And Razor's committed to this lane because he just TP'd to his tower.
He just TP'd across them to get to the creeps, and he definitely has to stay here now. But tri-lane on tri-lane, There is definitely some kill potential on the side of Keen Gaming. Fissure Block, Cask, Razor, they're strong.
Yep, there is some runaway potential, but that fissure kind of screws over your Warcry retreat. Meanwhile, mid lane, Leshrac versus a Medusa here.
Yeah, Medusa shouldn't really struggle at all this lane. Depends on the first few waves, how fast she gets those couple of raid bans, but should be quite fine. And you can see Old Chicken already stealing some... Oh, Shaker.
Getting extremely low here.
Has the fissure to work with.
Yeah, Fly's going to chase down. Stormhammer in 8 seconds, so Kaka should be able to reach the tower and save
Dark.
but he has no regen, and Dark is now in trouble.
There's a fissure, there's a cask. They're fine. That fissure wasn't even that necessary, but yeah, they throw it away.
That's a screw-up fissure. Cask Crow now.
That's a good cask.
Yeah, but they don't have the static link. It's only level 1, and they know they used it on RTZ early, but Fly is getting low regardless.
You could see that was one of the best buffs that happened to Wisp, is the fact that he can heal targets even when he's full HP. So he didn't have to take any amount of damage to heal up Fly a bit. There we go, the Wisp is blocked.
Yeah, but he has to move away. See ya.
They used that cask way too soon. If they saved the cask, maybe they could have interrupted the tether, as it does interrupt it now with stuns, but...
Yeah, if anyone is going to get caught out here, it's probably not going to be Io. Io is the safest one to escape each time from these gank attempts based on fissures. Kaka has got 2 clarities to work with, but, you know, this is usually, okay, I've got kill, I'm going to clarity, move between the lanes. If you're just standing in the tree line, not really achieving anything, you're feeling pretty bad. Well, while mid lane, there was a haste picked up by Yi, but not really the type of rune that gets you dominance over your mid opponent.
Yeah, you can trade some hits better against him, perhaps, and get into the position to attack a little bit faster. Bottom lane.
Go in, first blood. They actually find Kaka, and now they might find more. Dark being clubbed down pretty hard here. One more hit will do it. The ball smash into his face, and double kill for Arteezy.
Yeah, very well played by them. That fissure did not help them out at all, as they lose the Shaker and the Witch Doctor.
He's very aggressively positioned as well. Maybe going off that calf play again, but I think it's fair to say that EG's level 2 is much stronger than Keen's.
I mean, you're trying to be aggressive, but you're playing versus a Wisp, and he's always very deceptive, as he can heal up his allies.
Meanwhile, top S4 is getting a slight CS advantage here of Old 11. In fact, 7 denies already.
It's normal, but Old 11 is going to start creep skipping, so he should be fine afterwards.
Meanwhile, the mid is pretty dead even at the stage. 15-6 to 14-5. Slight advantage from Medusa, but not enough to really give an assertive win either way. There is an argument that Sumail scales a little bit better in levels if he has mana, but as you can see from the Mystic Snake spams, that's not ever the case.
I mean, Sumail only needs levels from this lane, pretty much. It's one of those heroes that just does so much after he gets level 6, level 7. While Medusa is the opposite.
I mean, Sumail was holding on the ball most of the time. He's reluctant to chug through. Oh, there's a regen rune. Well, that's convenient.
It's very, very convenient.
And you could already see the supports. They were checking bot as well. The rune was of critical importance to both sides of there. Mainly because of how much it helps Sumail out.
Old Chicken on the bottom lane uses that static link, but Crit uses one of his own as well. Helps out Arteezy get out of trouble.
The game of links. And Batrider.
There's Batrider with the lasso, there's Wisp, there's Razor.
Old 11 has, speaking of Batrider, has gone pretty deep to stack this wave, but I don't see EG likely to break up this tri lane to try and punish this at all.
Nah, he should be completely free doing this. Maybe even connected to one of these camps to farm everything, to maximize his farming pattern.
Perfect game for a similar game. In fact, the last game where the offlaners got left to their own devices. That time around, Arteezy advantage. And now Arteezy brought out by the fissure. They don't have level 3, so they don't have the enchant term stun.
And they were saving the cask, they didn't want to use it. Also, Witch Doctor not being level 3 is definitely hurting them. Now Sven goes and takes one of the bounty runes. Abaddon took one on top lane.
He's actually waiting to collect the other one because they're going to assume that he went and got the other rune first. Cask bounces across, actually. The fissures block out Fly. He has the Warcry to work with, though. Try and run this off. Old Chicken will get a lot of damage, but I don't know if he can get a kill. They do have level 3 now on Kaka, but he can't afford to get too aggressive, not without a Stout Shield.
Arteezy.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have level 3. Witch Doctor does, though. You were saying about it, but he still doesn't have a point in the Maledict.
Yeah, he started with Voodoo Restoration to try and sustain himself on that lane. Oh, Arteezy.
Nope, the fissure was off the mark. Plasma will slow him down, but Crit's there to heal him up.
And Crit.
They're going to turn around, Cast, bouncing across. Into the creep wave next. Dark.
Oh, the stick
to back up though. The balls are coming out. They're going to slap into his face. Something slows down a bit. Stormhammer follow up, and they'll be able to get the kill. And Arteezy's already healed up, courtesy of the Crit IO.
Yeah, that's the problem. You saw Arteezy was so low. He was on 5% HP, but it doesn't matter. It's Crit on that Wisp. He has 10 stick charges, Fairy Fire, Bottle. He can heal up Arteezy to full HP in a matter of seconds. So,
and he doesn't feel like he is going to level into the overcharge early at all for some damage reduction on attack speed, because the benefit is you're already so tanky courtesy of the Sven Warcries. So you could just maximize your damage with the balls at all times.
you usually do this build. It's 1, 2, and then you get level 4 overcharge.
Do you think he can
level 4,
be greedy here and maybe even just go for a second point in Tether? Oh, he's going top right now. Sumail went up. He's had enough of Old 11's shenanigans. They'll move across, break the trees. And Old 11 already used the Firefly to arm up.
Let's see if he goes. It looks like he might go for level 2 Tether indeed, because of the additional healing output. He's saving it for now. I believe he might go for level 2 Tether, yeah. No, it's overcharged.
There it is.
So, I mean, this is usually what you go. This is what you would always go.
There's an argument if keep that trial out going, then you can go for the 2-2 build. But the thing is, it's already started to break up as Kakas decided he needs to start rotating around the map.
That overcharge is just way too valuable to not take, I believe. So, the wisp has been changed. So, that's one of the reasons why I thought maybe he's going to go for that level 2 Tether.
Yes. Because, you know, one of the big benefits is you start stacking up the points and that damage reduction. Attack speed is nice, but you're kind of getting half value because, like I said, with the Warcries from Sven, you usually have that extra boon of HP to throw a fight that your opponents can't contest.
Yeah.
And so far, despite that death, Old 11 is still maintaining lead at top of the CS chart. 54 last hits now.
Arteezy should be careful. There's Kaka here around as well, but it's Dark that should be careful instead.
Well, we're going to turn around and Dark's going to go down. The ball's overwhelming. The Stormhammer chaser 4 connects on the 2. In fact, Kaka needs to get away. Lucid Beam to stop him from using the enchant term too quick. They'll club him down. 2 more hits needed, and they get it.
They get 2 easy kills there. Once again, you try to go for Arteezy. You try to kill anyone here, and you just fall. You just feed away because it's the Wisp lane. If you aren't killing the Wisp, you aren't killing anyone.
And you feel pressured, like you need to kill someone here. S4 top. Been holding a point here in the borrowed time. Old 11's going to be ran down. The Fissure will save his life. And S4 back away. They've actually shifted the lane completely. Both supports are up here, in fact. They're just going to try and pressure S4 a little bit. But they know that now. They see the old chickens alone. They'll dive the tower towards him here. Plasma Field to slow him down a bit. Fly, want the stun. With the Warcry active, they'll die.
He has no port. They're diving him, and he's just gone there. On the top lane, S4 used his ulti. The 3 of them are trying to take him down.
He's had so much time here. They might finally get him.
He has sticks and another shield.
Yep, a Photic Shield. Returns some damage. He could still go for the missed call tonight at any given point.
No,
but look at that. Crit's here. The turnaround now coming in with the move speed buff. S4 moves forward. Slow him down with the balls. Kaka being chased on 2 casts. Bounces across on the eye. Splits up a little bit now. Medusa arrives. He wants this kill. S4 runs away though. And Kaka can't get close enough to stun him up. The Fissure will finally come out, but it's too far away. And while that's happening, look what he... Oh no, he only just got back to the lane. Oh, chicken.
He pours into Eclipse from Luna and just feeds away. Very unfortunate. And Crit has been doing so much work in this game. His healing is outstanding already. Saves S4 on the top lane after saving Luna's life multiple times on that bottom lane. They're just having a really good game in the laning stage so far. And I think when you're playing versus a Medusa, you have to have a good laning stage. If you don't, you're just ruined afterwards.
And
Bounty rules. Oh,
S4 just a borrowed time procced. The bouncer cross. Crit took a lot of damage as well.
Be careful here.
Yeah, they're chasing. They're going to zone Crit away. If they get one more hit, he should die here. They're going to slow him down the sticky napalm. He one's up. He can't stop to try and get the creep's attention, and he'll die.
Yeah, he was hoping to tether to S4, but it was on cooldown for 1 additional second, which gave just enough time for Medusa and Batrider to finish him off. Very unfortunate how they ran into Medusa there. Just ate that Mystic Snake.
Yeah, they split up enough. But we talked about the cask enough, but I mean, the Mystic Snake is another thing that comes into account when you're stacked like that. It's a lot of mana returned, and as we saw, it's a lot of damage too.
Yeah, there's a level 6 on this Wisp though. Minute 10, level 6, bottle, urn, almost a magic wand. This is pretty much where you want to be minute 10 for sure. It's a good game on Wisp.
Dire's top tower has
There
fallen.
should be a traded tires here, as RTZ has reached the bot tier 1, and you're going to actually see Crit just scouting out, making sure no one's hanging around here.
Radiant's bottom
There-
tower is under
There are
attack.
travels on old 11. So he's not really having the worst game of his life either.
Radiant's bottom
Almost the
tower
same network as that Luna. Mid lane,
Going in,
relocate.
split up comes out, Medusa the target, out of mana, but has a big one to work with. Would he get up in time? Can't activate the Stone Gaze, just has to try and run north towards the EG side of the map. Farms up, says I'm dead, I'm at least going to take some creeps with me. And there's the Witch Doctor as well.
And with that, the tower falls too.
They might lose more. Sumel's chasing in, he's got the split up. Old Chicken, he's just about clips onto him, but now reinforcements are here. Kaka's going to chase down, has the Fisher to work with. Holding on to him for now. Sumel's zoning them away. Was falling over.
Sumail has Yules.
Vision.
Plated. He can use it on old chicken.
Back turn around. They got the Aquatic Shield to protect him there. Now the stun comes out. Kaka in trouble, going to get him low. He will go down first. Fly might die, but Warcry to run him away. It's too late, he's dead. They did commit the Eclipse. They haven't found anything just yet. Old Chicken is low, but Sumail looks the wrong way, and our team needs to get out. The cask is going to bounce. They're stacked on top of each other. The Maledict is there as well. Sumail now going to try and chase forward, but the Death Wall comes out, and he's going to die alongside RTZ.
Just a great play by Dark there. Catching two of them with that gas. With good positioning. S4 is going to take his life in the end. He's going to punish him for his insolence. But it doesn't really matter as he did take down both the Luna and the Leshrac there. So
Radiant's
very well
middle
played.
tower
There's usually an
is under
argument in
attack.
EG on who's the star, right? Is it RTZ or Sumail? You can't imagine that scene where they're just grabbing each other and shaking and go, no, I'm the star. No, there's a Witch Doctor, boys. Break up, maybe. Instead, they join each other in the grave.
That's
cool.
very dark.
Is that dark?
Witch Doctor is dark.
I mean, he's literally got an ultimate that's called Death Ward.
There's a smoke coming from EG. S4 is leading the charge.
Radiant
EG,
structures
Fly,
are
and Crit just behind him.
Kaka.
They see that Medusa.
Fissure. RTZ's on the other side from Old 11, though. That wasn't how you wanted to do this. Now reinforcements are coming in. Yeah, IND baiting them in. The stun's going to come out. Stone Gate's going to be Jacob. And they're going to slam, though. It's going to turn it around. That's the kind of slam we've been waiting for all day. Kaka will walk this off, but can you do enough now? Use our mana. Flies low. We'll scare them away. 2 dead on the side of EG. S4 will be in pursuit, but not too far. Need to use the borrowed time, but he's still pretty tanky there.
EG, they have a lot of saves, but you can't use them versus Stone Gaze right there. As if you're looking into that Luna, you're also watching Medusa as she's Stone Gazing, and then you're just gonna be frozen. So no aphotic shields, no mystic coils, no tethers on that Luna. Just she dies very fast, and then they cannot fight afterwards. Also a very good echo there.
Getting Stone turning out to be a group activity for EG here. They basically walked into a perfect... It looked like they might be able to get Kaka, right? It was so close, but that's such a risky play nonetheless. In fact, it would have been even quicker if it wasn't for Crit trying to just reduce that damage being taken on board. Dark up to level 8 now.
He's had a really good game on this Witch Doctor.
Maxed out Maledict. This little support here hurts a lot.
RTZ, top lane, they're chasing the Shaker.
Kaka. He's down.
Gone.
And Old 11 will just back away. Says there's no turnaround opportunity here at all, lads. Just back off.
Old 11 is getting closer and closer towards his Blink Dagger, needs only 200 gold more, but he has to be careful around this tier 1 as they are wrapping around with flies. Sven.
They stun once, he'll be dead. They'll just have to submit. This tower is going to go down. 4 heroes from EG here in the top lane. And Yi, plus Old Chicken just sitting in the jungle farming up. Fly scouting deep. Dark is here.
Yeah, he wants to board this cliff.
Oh no, they've circled around him. Fly gets the Warcry out, dodges the Maledict, but it doesn't matter. They have enough damage to follow up. And throw out a Stormhammer, try and break away. He's going to waste some of their time. He's got a TP. He actually might get away with this. Gets the TP out. The plasma field through. One whip though. Old Chicken says, where are you going?
Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
Lasso comes out in the IO. They're going to stun him. Eclipse going to be good. Old 11 made a mistake and he'll pay a price for it. Now Dark getting pretty low. Split up us out. They use the Stone Gaze, but it's going to be a retreating one. Medusa needs to escape this. Barely any health and barely any mana. They're going to relocate behind it. The buyback comes out from the Witch Doctor trying to TP. Nice TP away from Yibi. Doesn't make it. The Lucid Beam just in time from RTZ.
Yeah, that was a really good fissure block that started off everything for King Gaming so that they can retreat. Sadly enough, the relocate was even faster and Medusa couldn't get out. In the end, they catch her at the end of her fourth.
They really want this RTZ kill. Old Chicken taking a lot of damage away. RTZ trying to separate himself from the equation. So they're going to keep on chasing him into the tree line. Kaka is pretty healthy, has an Echo Slam if need be. And now they just turn around. They're looking at Old Chicken. X4 is going to just dive, chasing him down right here. Phonic Shield out when it goes pop. Won't be enough to bring him down. They do find the kill into RTZ, but Old Chicken still running for the high hills. S4 gets the kill. Crit says, now what? Now you die, Crit. I'm going to try and get out, but the Fissure, it stops him from TP'd away. S4, they know he's stuck here. The Scoria will scout him out. And they will eventually kill him off. I don't think he's able to take anyone with him.
Yeah, they did manage to take down Razor, but was that really worth it? Considering RTZ died too? Possibly not. So maybe diving a little bit too far in.
You're saying 16 minutes in, diving
it matters.
the tier 3s?
I told you yesterday, it matters to have some fun in this game every now and then too.
Usually diving tier 4s is a problem. Winning is definitely fun. And I'm pretty sure after that situation, who really is the one that benefited most from that? Old 11, yeah. So Old 11's the real guy who's having fun here. He's going to have more fun. The last who comes out, that's a very short-range blink. Just to make sure he's in the right position to control up this horse.
Yeah, because there's Yols on him, so he can't risk it. There's also Wisp versus you. You don't know if he has relocate up or not. You don't want to waste any amount of time. You just want to get these fast pickoffs.
Structures are fortified.
I think that was more that he thought he'd have to blink further than right on top of him
That's
to get a lasso.
That's definitely the case.
Radiant
But still.
But it's nice to see you trying to justify what he's doing there.
Just justifying him a bit more.
Finding value out of that blink dagger pickup is what Kaka is, Old 11 rather is doing there. Speaking of Kaka, because he's got a blink coming up.
Speaking of Witch Doctor.
No, it's just a Witch Doctor, who cares? There's a more important thing going on here. Because while Dark will go down, it's not the Shaker, which would have been next on the hit list if Witch Doctor hadn't been standing there. And look at how close Kaka is to this blink dagger now.
Yeah, he almost has it. Just needs one creep wave to finish it off. Needs 100 gold more.
Manta's up on Yi now. Will be handy against some of these stuns.
And S4, they are scouting Yi, but they can't really do anything.
Flies a bit deep. Lose the Warcry, but Old Chicken will circle rounds, and he should definitely be dead. Not going to use the static link, he wants a different target. The Aphotic Shield buys Fly some time. And now Wisp is here, they'll look to turn around, the stun's going to go out. Old Chicken too much damage onto him, Eclipse activated, and now the Stone Gaze as well. Zone them away, stoned up, Luna stuck on the spot right now. Io needs to actually assist here and get the Tetra out. RTZ tanky enough to move away with the function to protect. Lasso, Echo Slam, jumping, Kaka, he can't do enough though, he's taking more damage. Sumail overwhelms them with the AoE. And oh, the Shrine will be used by Old Chicken alone. That means Yi, he has no way of regenerating up. It's going to be a triple kill for Sumail. Old Chicken trying to escape, but look at this. Io is already waiting to come back on the other side. Ultra kill for the Leshrac.
For Sumail, once again, just like in that last game, in the mid-game, around the 18-minute mark, he just shows up hard, gets that ultra kill. Overall, the way they played that fight was really good. Healing up the Sven just a little bit longer so that he can pop the Warcry, so that he can pop his Stormbolt one more time. The way RTZ hid behind the trees to use his Eclipse, they had vision on him, didn't really matter too much. Keen Gaming, they did everything right too, but it's just that EG played it a bit righter. they did everything a little bit
Same as last game, every time.
Exactly. That lasso was put on hold. Old 11 was waiting until Aphotic Shield was used. He jumps in, uses it after the Aphotic Shield, which is the correct way, but still there's way too much damage coming from Sumail and he falls instantly afterwards. You saw also Shaker, Kaka just jumping in, doing a very good echo as well. It just amounted to nothing as this Leshrac just dishes out way too much damage at the moment.
And there's just too much sustain. And this is the power of these tanky strength plus 5s, right? Is if that was a Witch Doctor, for example, they caught out at the start, he doesn't even make it to these stairs. He's dead by then. But with a Warcry, with the clutch turnaround stun, even this Sven, you're asking a lot if you're trying to kill him. Double Bracer, sitting pretty bulky at 1400 HP, and once he gets in range of RTZ, he's almost at 2k HP.
It's one of the tankiest position 5s, definitely, when he's played like this. Sven, just naturally, he's a very tanky hero. You give him a couple of bracers, like you said, he becomes like a beast, so, yeah. Specifically with Luna, as you mentioned, and her Lunar Blessing, gives you what, 24 additional strength?
It's insane.
That's pretty good. Look at that.
Watch it. Look, almost 2k.
Almost 2k without the Warcry. So
1880 HP to work with, formidable force, and that's the priority for EG. Is they're definitely going to play around Bartizi, but we say that Sumail comes in from the side like he did in the last fight, and he's actually the real focus.
they have to be careful. They have to take a good look at where this Disco Pony is, and he moves so fast. Look at him, 550 movement speed. Kaya, Yasha, and Boots of Travel.
That's a deceptive part about their lineup there, right? Like, you want to kill all the Shrek, but there's so much priority on the Luna, and there's the priority there. Lasso up to the high ground, because that's the target you have to go to, due to the Aegis being on the Shrek. Stone Gate's used, and the relocate out. Across the side, Echo Slam, Kaka connected on the 3 here. Is it going to be enough? The Death Ward gets rid of one and gets rid of the Aegis as well, but S4, the borrowed time, going to heal up. They get rid of the Aegis, but they only claim the Sven alongside it. And Crit will be able to escape after reload back. RTC ready to re-engage here. Does have the Eclipse to work with. Dark shows himself a little bit far forward. Cast buys a little bit of time, but Sumail moves in, finds himself 1 kill. They need to get out. They don't have much left to work with. Their fish is going to be used to follow up and chant home stun, and now levered up. Moving forward, Sumail just plowing on through. Kaka the target's got one more stun. They're going to get him low, maybe low enough, but the user's used, and Old 11 has to retreat here, taking too much damage. S4 does get the Aphotic Shield out. He's living life on the edge. He just wants to keep the track in this. Now the split up does connect. Medusa has been dope here. Sumail, that's a little bit too ballsy though. Crit can only do so much, and the jump in from Kaka means that Crit must die alongside his core.
Arteezy, can they catch him? Shaker has a blink, but it's on cooldown for 7 more seconds. That is stacking the napalm on him.
Yep, they're going to slow him down.
There's the burst from the Shaker coming up. He should be caught here, yeah. The fissure is there.
Tanky, but not tanky enough.
Yeah,
He's gone.
at the same time that you were watching the other side of the fight, Arteezy tried to use the Eclipse to take down Medusa and the Razor. Failed to do so because of all the Manta illusions and some creeps that were around, and then they just chased him away, and he couldn't join the fight any longer. In the end, it's Sumail that went a little bit too deep. He has this item build that gives him a lot of movement speed, that is a lot of mobility. It gives him the use that enables him to restart in the fight, and he's counting on Wisp to keep him alive, but he needs to get a little bit tankier before that is possible. Some Octarine core, some Bloodstone, something's definitely necessary on him.
Exactly. All the speed is for nothing if you decide you're going to run straight into Medusa's right click range.
Yeah.
Sumail got a big side there. Just found some mana illusions. Oh, they actually relocated as well.
I mean, yeah, instantly after the Yules, they don't know if it's the illusion at that point, so they waste the relocate. It happens.
It's not the longest cooldown though. 75 seconds without it. They'll just have to calm down, because the Aegis got claimed pretty quickly. It's going to be a long wait before it's back up.
Also, worth noting is that Old Chicken went for a Midas on his Razor, so he is able to scale together with this Medusa. It's not going to be a one-man show for King Gaming later on, as both of these heroes are going to turn into a formidable force later on.
And Kina smoking up here. Old 11, eager to jump, but they can't go on the Abaddon. Instead, they want the Luna. Oh, Manta trying to move away. The last one's going to come out though, dragging him away from his team, but Io keeps the tether going. They're going to heal him up as well. Arteezy on full HP. Warcry to run him away. Nice vision, connects on the 3 heroes. S4 pops the borrowed time. Preemptively, Sumail chasing in, doesn't have much help to work with, so needs to be careful, but the gank is a fail.
That's what I call a cheeky little smoke, because Medusa was showing on top lane all the time, and you don't expect them to be anywhere else but behind her if they are smoked.
Old 11, nice fissure. He's got the haste, he's actually being greedy, he's holding on to it. That may be a mistake. Close to dying, just about gets away.
He has that haste, but no a lasso to work with, so he couldn't really turn there on the Abaddon.
He desperately wanted to save it. But it wasn't worth dying for. So just calm down. Lassie will be up corner in 30 seconds, but Relocate is already available again, so EG might try and strike first.
We are going to see Leshrac porting into Fly and their smoke up instantly afterwards. Yeah. Moving towards them, and look at this, it's only the 3 of them that are pretty much necessary in this smoke, as they realize we have relocate, we don't need Luna and the Wisp, they can join us from distance. The fact is they are moving bottom though. What they can do is force them to go back towards this tower and defend it.
Yeah, if you leave Sumail here for a second.
You see, they're waiting for someone to show up, but yeah, Sumail is just gonna go in, as no one is defending, there's no reason to wait any longer. Razor is porting it. He has a BKB to work with though.
Yeah, just gonna try and force them out, force them back, because they knew that Keen were likely hanging around that high ground next to the Roche pit. Oh. We'll disconnect out of F4.
Now that you have forced the Shaker and the Razor towards the bottom lane,
You crash.
you crash. Yeah. No, you can take this time to go and ward the area around the pit, which is really significant at the moment. Taking away that triangle where Medusa is right now would be really good for EG, but they just don't have the power to do it at the moment. They need to get some pick off first. Medusa is already finishing off her Skadi, as you can see, it's there in the inventory. Now going towards that butterfly.
Yeah, you have to address this at some point. And that ward on the high ground in the shrine area is running out soon. So if you start to rotate now, it might just naturally expire unless they renew it.
She's becoming a scary little snack.
Not so little.
Not so little any longer as well, yeah.
All grown up. Sumail is lingering around the bot lane though. They want to time this right for the force back so they can actually just move straight towards the pit afterwards. Because they know there's a little bit of time left.
This time from Keen Gaming.
Yeah, but if Fly's the target, you feel like this is a wasted smoke. It's a decent pick off, but a smoke for just a support kill. Cast. Next to the creeps as well. Fly should be in trouble. The Fissure can't block him off. They have to commit the death ward here. And you have to go back to defend. Yeah, there it is. Yi gets his ass out of the triangle. Fly is still alive for the moment. They should get him.
He's done to the Maledicts, yeah. So they...
Look how deep they are. Hold 11. He wanted Sumail so badly, but the Yules was used. The Shrek will just walk off.
He's so fast. He's just so ridiculously fast with this item build. And there's S4 as well. In case he does get caught, there's S4 as a follow-up. Overall, as you said, that smoke is... like, it doesn't help them in any way. They can take control of this side of the map and ward it up, but it's not really where you want to be.
Oh, Batrider?
He's fine.
They got him loose and beam. Are you sure he's fine? It doesn't look like it. He's dead.
He's gone. That's what he is. The male is there.
And look at this, because Artiti took the Lucent Beam cooldown talent. He stunned him, what? Was that 2 or 3 times in that fight? Ridiculous. And now they're on the high ground as a result of that slip-up. Fissure trying to cut them off, but it's not across enough to actually trap someone in.
Medusa is not there.
And this is a golden carnal sin of defending your base. You never let a Luna on the high ground.
Medusa has no port for 10 more seconds. They can take down back. Yeah, this is a lane. And what a bad way to lose the side for Keen Gaming. Just a moment of...
They didn't even trap in Arteezy at the end.
Yeah. Even if they did, he has a force. He's fine. He has that pike finished off, so...
Very true. And now Roche is up in a minute. But in that minute is the part that matters, because Keen will not have a shrine to TP out to, and EG could just decide to linger around this high ground.
But this is just so bad for Keen Gaming. Losing that side, also giving them the opportunity to ward up this cliff and just take the map control around the Roshan. It's just not where you want to be in. After the game was pretty even, they do a couple of mistakes. First, the bat dying, then Medusa not having the port to go back.
Object gonna be invis. They'll just stun him up a little bit. Fissure's gonna come out. Fly not the optimal target. They have to take what they can get, and they will take Fly. Lasso onto him. Secures in place. They can kill off the pos 5 Sven.
S4 didn't even want to go there and try and shield him up.
No, because look, it's just time bought. Because EG are just about to assault the bot lane, and that's going to force someone from Keen back. And once that happens, you can just reload into the pit. Worst case scenario.
They're just going to run back from the bottom. They have that fight to work with.
Meanwhile, look at this. They're leaving Medusa behind. That's you stun gates. Nice mana dodge coming out. Echo slam on the 2. Track got a bit greedy, and Sumail's going to go down. S4 protects well the borrowed time. There's going to be a reload in. Can they do the damage to the Eclipse? Maybe. Medusa running out of mana. Going to get it back off the Mystic Snake, though. But they're just stunning her up. They're going to chase on through. Glimmer Cape to kind of just cover. What was that? 4 stuff. Okay, that almost was a tragic mistake coming out from Keen. Because I'm pretty sure that was one of theirs.
Yeah, it was. No one else has it. There's a pike on Luna, but it was on cooldown. They didn't use it.
They'll count their lucky stripes. They didn't just get the
oh, look at this.
Late game
they're moving on their shrine just to go and rescue the Wisp, but I believe he's a little bit too deep.
Yep, Fissure timed perfectly to stop him. Stunned up and dead.
Yeah, that's what happens right now. As you can see, the cooldown on Tether is there. He tried to tether, but if you stun a Wisp during the tether, it breaks it.
And also, Crit doesn't have buyback. So if Keen realizes this, they could use this window of opportunity to go into the pit. The problem is, without that shrine top, there's no quick way to get across.
Yeah, that's why Bat dying on that top lane was so unfortunate for them. They lost the lane and also that shrine that's easy access to the pit.
They do at least have their tier 2 still standing, remarkably enough. Small consolation prize, but everything's going to calm down. I expect everyone on both sides to be up by the time both teams are looking towards the pit. Although there's going to be a preemptive move.
He might catch Fly, but there is
seen again. Lassie comes out, and there's Iphotic. I mean, it's bad enough that you find yourself having to jump on the pass 5, but
then also not even killing him.
Exactly.
It's definitely a bad place to be in as a Bat rider, but they picked it versus Abaddon, and that's pretty much what happens in a game such as this one.
They made their own choice, and as a result of that, it's becoming ever harder for Old 11 to really be that solidified form of initiation for Keen.
Arteezy moving slowly towards that butterfly, almost at it. Actually needs one more item. He could possibly buy the quarter stuff, but he can't save for the buyback as well now.
Smoke from Keen, wrap around. It's Fly again. Lassie's on cooldown for 15. There's a shrine here as well. He sees them. He's going to blink away. This is a wasted smoke right now. Can they even connect? Forced up to get them in range. Yes, they can. Fly throws out the Stormhammer, though. The fissure follow-up's going to be there. S4 to save with the Iphotic Shield. And that's a big fat heal coming out. They can't even kill Fly. And now they're pretty deep. They need to get out of this right now. The fissure blocks them in. In fact, and now Old 11 down to half HP. The Stone Gaze comes out super early. And on the side, Old Chicken, he's lucky there wasn't an Eclipse commit because he still has that BKB to work with. Stone Gaze has ran out. They need to get away. Stormhammer dodged by the Manta. Mana on this. Wow, there's a split up as well. The Fissure as well trying to fight against this, but no, you get too low, needs to retreat. Can he get out? The Death Ward is just being ignored. Dark will just fall, and alongside him, the Medusa might go down. Forced up down to the low ground, chasing through the Mystical. The Lucid Beam as well. One more, he'll do it. She's gone. The buyback came in from the Witch Doctor, but he can't contribute anything with the Medusa dead. Now it's EG's choices to make. Do they go for base or do they go for Roche? It looks like they want this tower.
I mean, when you have a Luna, you definitely can go and push, but they don't have a creep. They don't have creeps. But
they know there's no buy because the MKB got bought by Medusa. They know there's no buyback.
Definitely you go for a phase. You're playing with the Luna Wisp combination. You want to be pushing towers and Raxes.
And they're in. The Frisbees are bouncing around and they're saying, hey, Keen, fetch.
After this, mid is just as easy.
Oh, Chicken. No BKB for 20 seconds. Nice fissure block out from Kaka to save the day, but you might save the Razor. How do you save your base?
The tier 2 is going to fall, and now they go uphill. Still 30 seconds without that Medusa. Oh,
no, they say play it safe, lads.
Right.
Get Roche.
They'll be more disciplined. They're going to go towards that Roshan. They're thinking maybe Medusa is going to have that buyback now.
You can already see Old 11's moving out aggressively as well. And Fly is lingering around, getting some wards down. So if you come out too quickly as Keen, which you have to interrupt this, you can easily get caught off guard.
I mean, Fly has single-handedly broken every single smoke of Keen Gaming.
Yeah.
And he just... That's great for them. Having that position 5 in the right position every single time when the smoke happens from Keen Gaming is the best thing that you can have for EG.
And, you know, that's the beautiful thing about having you in a castle is you as a support player like to just highlight these things because it's crucial. Like, smokes are such huge investments. And as a pulse 5, not only to break them, but to force lassos and half the time not even die is incredible.
Even when he does die, he forces visual.
Speaking of lassos, good target, but now Old 11 taking too much damage. They need to move away. The Stone Gaze is out the track. They might pop the Aegis quickly, but what do you have afterwards? They're going to be able to heal up. You'll buy some time, and now Medusa needs to retreat, but Sumail goes ever deeper. The split up is going to be there onto the Medusa, and look at the work that Crit is putting in with the Guardian Greaves, with the constant heal. Sumail refuses to go below half HP. On the other hand, Yi will get very low here. Forced up to get him out. Sumail finally getting low. Stuns on the side from Kaka. Fly will just back up a little bit. The Eclipse, though, they went pretty deep here. Couldn't find anything with it, but they will find the base now.
Yeah, that's the Wisp, giving him Aghanim Scepter to use that Eclipse.
Zoning ultimates at their finest, and now they'll just retreat. The melee Rax is still alive, though. They need to be careful. They need to make sure EG don't get any ideas about re-engaging here.
They didn't even lose ages, but Lepsak has no mana to work with.
Yeah, but if he has enough for a stun, he'll feel good. The problem is the cask is bouncing around. Fissure cover. Looking on Arteezy. Can you really fight against him right now? Not without a lasso, that's for sure. Sumail tries to backstab. Not much mana to work with. You'll be able to escape the Glimmer Cave on the side. However, forced up to the high ground. Old 11 has the lasso now. Doesn't have a target. Not clear one.
Fly is being chased.
Leshrac just refuses to die. Look at this.
Fly does not, as he is going to fall, but because of that, the Raxes are as well.
And now Sumail, he might be happy to give over this Aegis. The buyback's going to come in from Fly, but he's going to have a long walk as he TPs to his shrine. Aegis has been taken away. Looking at the bot lane, RTZ dragging their attention for a moment, and they can't do anything. Moving in. Very aggressive from Sumail here. They want to get the stun out. The match dodge mistimed. There goes Lamb. Can't go with a follow-up on the 2-bit. They haven't got good enough control. They're looking at RTZ, healed up so much. Old Chicken with the BKB still active, taking all the damage away, but Luna is being healed up constantly for all this. Medusa is almost out of HP and should fall shortly. They've already lost Batrunner. The support's alongside him. The GG comes out as EG take the series 2-0 and they keep this win streak alive.
How can they lose? They had 5 blue QG. It's just done.
Are those the conditions for winning game?
Yeah, that's professional analysis right there, my friend.
So Dota is now Bejeweled.
Yeah, pretty much. Overall,
I thought the game was getting more
they
complicated.
just played so well. Crit.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.